Join me today for another BattleTech book review. This time, Children of Kerensky by Blaine Lee Pardoe. Welcome back to those who've been here before. Welcome to those who are new to the channel. This is another BattleTech book review, Children of Kerensky by Blaine Lee Pardoe. Now, first of all, thank you folks who've been watching all these various book reviews and commenting on them. This book is the last book before Hour of the Wolf, which is the turning point from the Dark Age era into the IlClan era. And I've been reading them towards that goal. So I just finished this one today, the day I'm recording this. So now I'll be starting Hour of the Wolf finally. Even though I know what happens, but to actually read what happens will be nice. So anyway, this book is very different from all the other book reviews I've done thus far. All the other books represent, generally speaking, a single story, about a character, a unit, a planet, whatever, point A to point B, narrative, etc. Your typical, stories. This book starts near the beginning of the careers of Ulrich Ward and Malvina Hazen, the two who will eventually be the Khans of Clan Wolf and Clan Jade Falcon respectively when they finally fight it out for Terra. And it moves forward and starts and stops at various points and goes back and forth between the two characters, so you see their development. Ulrich's side is showing just how far back he's been planning this, as far as the invasion of Terra, the conquest and everything, and trying to assemble people that can help, and not just from Clan Wolf, and then figuring out how to get the other people from the other clans, because he has at the very least a Snow Raven and a Ghost Bear on the team, and so we're talking decades of planning. And Malvina Hazen's half is mainly to show just how cruel and evil she is. She's crazy, but she's not like Bark at the Moon crazy. She's like psychopath, totally lacking in empathy crazy. And you see the break point for that. Number one, she's trained to be that way. But also number two, she had what amounted to a brother, and he was killed. He was the one person that could keep her in check, and he died. So, there's not really anything spoiler-wise to talk about here, but just note that for this book to really make sense, you have to have read several other books, because all the scenes in this book are like between moments in other books. And I'm talking like going back into the Whiz Kids era. Starting with probably the books where the Jade Falcons tried to take is it the Isle of Skye, I think? Somewhere in there. Where Malvina Hazen first shows up and starts trying to take over worlds. And because I think she shows up before Ulrich, but it's been a while since I've read the Whiz Kids books. And so you see different views and in-between moments from various other books, like you see whenever Ulrich was on Terra for the first time during Victor Steiner Davian's funeral. You see the moment that he's captured by Anastasia Kerensky from different characters' perspectives. You see him later on thinking about once he killed Vlad Ward and his mom. You see when he got a message from the deceased Vlad Ward telling him that number one, obviously he had Vlad's genetics, or war genetics anyway, and also where the McKenna's Pride was. And so that started that. Then you see the moment that he sends Garner Kerensky to go get the McKenna's Pride, which is the Icons of War book. You see where he sends Murata Kerensky to go get the Wolf's Dragoons, which was the Divided We Fall book, which I've recently done a review on. And you see the moment the Jade Falcons know that there's a way through the fortress wall to attack Terra, and that's where Malvina Hazen sends out the call for all the Jade Falcons to come, which is a plot point in one of the other books, is Honor's Gauntlet, about the Jade Falcons. And so the events of this book weave through several other novels. And like I said, going back to probably like book 9 or 10, if maybe even farther back, in the Whiz Kids era of the Dark Age setting. So there's a lot of books you should probably have read for most of this book to make sense. I mean, the overall plot will still make sense. But to get all the little, oh, that's who this person is, or that's who this person is, or oh, that's why they were here, and that's why they were here, that's, to really get it, this is the capstone book for the Dark Age setting before the final battle. So, basically you should probably have read all the Dark Age books before you read this one, and then Hour of the Wolf. So, that'll be the next book. This is a very short review because there's no spoilers, because it'd be too crazy for me to try to explain, because I'd have to be like, okay, well then this chapter, then this connects to this book, and this connects to this book, and no, just trust me that this covers a huge chunk of time. I'll tell you where it starts. It starts in 3121, okay? And the final part of the book is the opening battle to control space above Terra for the Clan Wolf invasion on January 1st, 3151. So this book covers events over the course of 30 years. So there's a lot here. It's the culmination of everything. It is the culmination of the Dark Age. There's really not anything else to tell you about it. It shows you real well the insight into Alaric Ward and Malvina Hazen to truly understand their characters and what has shaped them up to this point. Plus all the other books that are connected to it that you should read. But yeah, like I said, it opens with the invasion, and presumably that's where Hour of the Wolf picks up. So once you're done reading all the other books I've mentioned, and probably all the Whiz Kids books, then you should read this one, and you should read Hour of the Wolf, which, once I finish it, I'll do a review for that up, and then we'll see where we go from there. I don't know, I might dig out the Whiz Kids books and talk about them a little bit. Might see if there's some new fiction, because I'm sure there is now. Yeah, I know there is. And we'll move on into the IlClan era. But until that point, real short video, but thank you folks for watching. Let me know down in the comments section if you've been keeping up with these books, what you think of them, what you think of my reviews, what else do you want to see, any other BattleTech stuff you want to know about. Got more access to the newer stuff than the older stuff, but we'll see what happens on that front. But otherwise, thank you folks for watching. It's YouTube, so like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff if you haven't already. But we'll see you out there.